Welcome to BUCS Super Rugby. 10 years of the best leagues in the land. That's right, a decade of the stars of tomorrow, a decade of nerve-shredding finales, a decade of the biggest venues and the grandest occasions as we celebrate the pinnacle of the game. It's been a roller coaster ride to this point, and I say bring on 10 years more as we make Wednesday the best day of the week. A decade of BUCS Super Rugby. The heart of the Welsh capital, like the nation's heart, is dominated by one shaped ball, that of the egg, and they've chased it around this part of Cardiff for well over a century. The Cardiff Clash is in town tonight. Cardiff Met hosting Cardiff University. One of the many memorable days of rugby that has taken place right here at the Arms Park, the spiritual home of Welsh rugby. They've seen All Blacks, they've seen Springboks, they've seen that try from Gareth Edwards. And 20 years ago to the day, this club, Cardiff, signed the greatest of them all. Jonah Lomu was signed for the blue and black. And tonight we have our very own legendary lump himself, Dave Rogers, alongside me for the Cardiff Clash. We've just enjoyed the women's match, which went to the Archers, and they're looking to make it a 1-2 with the men about to throw down tonight. But as we just saw, the reigning kings of Cardiff are Cardiff University, not the Archers.
When you said, and they saw that legendary try, I thought you were going to say George McDonald on the intercept. That was unbelievable. I mean, we're going to hear from guards a little bit later, but spoiler alert, he referred to Cardiff University as the champions. It's almost like this is a one-off tournament that should have a trophy. It's become such a fixture in not just the BUCS Super Rugby landscape, but the Welsh rugby landscape as well. Just looking at that game last season, so George McDonald, he's playing for Llandovery now in the SRC, might end up in the URC. BUCS Meyer, who kicks it like a mule. He's been playing international rugby for the Netherlands. He's got a Dutch scrum half partner today. You've been involved with rugby for a long time. You've been involved with this league for just about the entirety of its 10 years. If I'd have told you a few years ago that Cardiff Met would have a Dutch 9-10 combo, you'd have thought I was crazy. But it's full of surprises, it's full of brilliance, and I'm buzzing tonight. I'm whirring at a pretty high frequency.
If this game did have its own trophy, do you think that we'd get two arms on it, or just the one, like the current one that we've got here? That is indicative of just how bruising this league is and what they're going to be going through. You spoke about it being a separate game, and let's talk about that game last year, because we saw the footage there of Cardiff being crowned. I'll get him straight and good. Being crowned the kings of the capital. Now, that's form straight out the window, because Cardiff was scrapping at the bottom of the league, scrapping around relegation, to be honest, whereas Cardiff Met were a clock in the red equalising try away from going to the final. So it is a cliche to say that form goes out the window, but there is something about the Clash that is a leveller, no matter the form the teams are in.
Just to say, the only arms we need tonight is the Cardiff arms, by the way, because it always delivers. Look, we've between us, we've done every single Cardiff Clash, haven't we? Since it was something where we thought Cardiff University, they'd only just come into BUCS Super Rugby, we thought they were going to get decimated. They lost the first one, they lost the first couple, but then they got that one win, didn't they? Where Ed Dunford curved one in from the outside and saluted the entire Archers faithful. But now it is a leveller, and this season, look, we've still got our toe in the water. We've only had one round, but Met are coming in off the back of a very close loss. Cardiff Uni are coming in off the back of a massive win. 40 points they put on Swansea. It's double derby start to the season. So, look, they might not know what this ceiling is this season, but what they do know is they're capable of scoring tries, they're capable of winning games, and usually this first Cardiff Clash comes a couple of games early for them, but they've hit the ground running, so who knows?
The Kings of Cardiff, now the slayers of Swans, if you will. Let's talk about the occasion. So, Arms Park, there are 6,000 tickets sold for this match tonight. So the full allocation of 3,000 for each university has been sold out. They could have sold more than they would have. And, you know, people talk about rugby being in trouble. They talk about Welsh rugby being in trouble. Welsh University ain't in trouble, it's thriving.
Absolutely incredible. And look, I don't know if you can see him there. That's the rest of the club, isn't it? That's the Ultras.
That's not the new Gap Autumn Winter Chino range. That is the Cardiff Met Ultras.
Some of those chinos are definitely not going to end the night that colour as well. But yeah, they've come out in force. They came down to the women's game as well. They made a heck of a noise. That main stand is filling up. It's going to be absolutely packed to the rafters. Look, 6,000 have been sold. I don't know the exact number for Cardiff University, but I do know that Cardiff Met have sold more tickets for this fixture than they have ever sold before. It's closer to 3,700. So, look, we're going to get 6,000 plus here tonight. Cast your mind back to that incredible match at the Rec last year where Bath and Hartbury drew. We're going to go all the way down to Exeter and Sandy Park. We're going to have huge occasions up at Loughborough tonight. They've got their big game, they call it, part of Freshers Week, where they've got a rematch of last year's final against Hartbury. All throughout the season, there are unbelievable occasions, and I'm sure the two teams from the capital would love to put their flag in the ground and say this is the premier spectacle, but they have got some massive competition.
Dude, let's talk about success stories, because we had Maisie Davies here as our guest of the women's game. Fabulous guest as well. Daisy, you're welcome back anytime. We like you, Daisy. But we saw in the build-up with the replay of what happened last year, Josh Carrington scoring for the Archers. Now that guy was scoring against Leicester Tigers, so the Bristol Bears' first Premiership appearance at the weekend. How good is our lead? How good?
Amazing, and how
no one does it like us.
Look, we need to fish him out tonight. We tried to get him involved, but
we called you out. We asked you, Josh Carrington, to come on as our guest, and now I'm just stuck with this guy.
Look, he says he's under the weather, but I think he's in the crowd tonight, so maybe after the game we can get him down for a chat. But
nothing like 10 pints on a Wednesday to get over the flu.
Yeah, just to loosen it up. Maybe he's nervous. He certainly won't be nervous after he's been with the boys. What a try, by the way. He got thrown in the deep end, didn't he? Because McGinty got injured, the 15 moved up to 10. All of a sudden, he was maybe expecting to not play at all, or maybe get 10-15 minutes if the game was going well. Played 68 minutes at fullback for Bristol Bears against Leicester Tigers and scored an outrageously good try.
And he's not the only one. If you're just joining us for the first time, if you're new to BUCS Super Rugby, yeah, that's right, we've got a desk just like the Prem. Well, you know, the Gallagher Prem can say thank you very much to us, because you look at the opening weekend, Guy Pepper, try score for Bath, he's one of ours.
Yeah.
Jack Kenningham, try score for Quincy, he's one of ours. Josh Carrington, the list is long, rich, distinguished and utterly endless, and there's no doubt that some of these players you're going to see tonight are going to be going on to greater honours tonight. But Final remarks from you, D-Rog, before I banish you to commentary and we hear from the coaches. What way is this one going to go?
I don't know which way it's going to go. Look, Cardiff Met are always favourites for this one, whether you want to admit it or not. Their programme is incredible. They had 500 sign-ups this season for the men's and over 120 for the women's. It's incredible numbers. But under Swank, who does absolutely miraculous things with a small group of players, he creates special things. If Cardiff Uni can spark early and stay in the game, we've seen that they can do magical things late. So I'm not going to predict anything, but I hope beyond hope that we get a brilliant spectacle under the lights tonight.
Right, well, you heard him mention there, Chris Swank Davies, handsome and with a surprisingly sweet singing voice, the head coach of Cardiff University, and Dr. Ian Gardner, the head honcho of the Archers.
Another Cardiff Clash is upon us, Guards, another opportunity to put on a show, especially after last week. I bet you've been champing at the bit for this one.
Yeah, it was a funny old game last week, really. Exeter started well. We come back into it a little bit, and the red card didn't help. But I thought the boys showed a lot of character, and we could have come away with the result. But probably the Exeter did deserve the win in the end.
Last season was a good season, wasn't it? And I look at the team sheet, I see some familiar faces, some really prominent faces as well. But a lot of new names. How have they settled in, and how do you think they're going to go at this level?
Yeah, I think a lot of them had played in the Welsh Prem team last year, so it's not new to they're not completely new to the environment. Although saying that, there are a couple of new lads into the performance group. Alfie Black at the second row being one of them, and they've had excellent pre-seasons in fairness to them, and more than deserve their opportunity at this level. You know, look, I think last week was an eye-opener to some of them. It's probably quicker than they've played before, and a different level of physicality to the Welsh Prem. But I think it was a great learning experience for all of them.
They're going to have to adapt pretty quickly though, aren't they? Because it's always fast, and on this surface, in this game, it is always 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, you know, obviously the emotions are running high tonight. The crowd is, you know, we've sold 3,500 tickets as a university, so it's the biggest crowd we've ever sort of had to this event, and the players are aware of that. You know, we talk about it all week, about managing emotions and staying in the moment. But obviously it's a challenge when you're sort of 19, 20, 21. But hopefully, you know, we prepped them well enough, and they're able to perform on the evening.
So what's a good night look like tonight?
Win. You know, it's as simple as that. You know, Cardiff are the current champions. They won last time, and deservedly so. And it's up to us now to produce a performance to be worthy winners.
Play well. Good luck.
Thanks very much, Dave.
Game number 2 of the season. Game number 1 went very, very well, didn't it?
Yeah, I won't lie. It was very good to get one up on Swansea straight away this season. So yeah, the boys are very, very happy with that. We're very ecstatic that we got the win. But as I said, the derbies, as we heard tonight as well for the Clash, is very important for us for confidence. And yeah, good to get one over on Swansea. It's always nice to start off that way.
Is that going to carry you through the season then? Because you know it's always going to be competitive. You've got your objectives, which are usually to stay in the league and see how far you can go. But that style of play, all of the tries, all of the wins, is that something that's going to follow you around?
It's definitely the type of game plan and the style of rugby we want to play. But I don't think anybody in this league knows where they are after round 1. I think after about 3 or 4 games, you probably know where you are and where you fit in the league. So, yes, great to win against Swansea as a single derby match, but we've got Cardiff tonight, and we need to figure out where we are with them as well.
A lot of familiar faces on the team sheet tonight, a lot of new lads as well. How have they fitted in?
Yeah, we've brought in a lot of new boys as well. We've got Isaac Buck, fresher, who's been outstanding, converted back row. He's impressed quite a lot. The same on the bench as well, Dylan Line, who's a fresher as well. So really, really pleased for them to make the Cardiff Clash tonight, and yeah, hope it all goes well for them.
What about this occasion then? Because we've got an hour to go until kick-off. The place is already bouncing. We've had a brilliant game in women's BSR. The boys haven't taken too much stick for those warm-up tops either. So how have you kept a lid on it this week?
Again, experience-wise, we haven't spoken much about it. I think the boys who have been involved in the Cardiff Clash over the seasons know what it's all about, and they kind of do all the talking for you. So we don't have to ramp it up. We don't have to build it up. And as I mentioned, the freshers and the first-year students, they just like learn it and figure it out and feel like, and I think they just are happy to be part of Cardiff University in these occasions.
Have you played the George Mack intercept as inspiration?
That was a special moment, and again, Cardiff Clash, and I know you've got lots of memories from the Cardiff Clash, as we all have, and those are the moments that win you the game, and I hope it's a tight match tonight, and I hope something like that happens for Cardiff University.
Good luck.
Cheers, Dave.
There is a real buzz around Cardiff Arms Park tonight. Just below us, it's practically full to the rafters of Cardiff Met supporters. Over on the far side there, it's getting more and more full with expectant Cardiff University fans. It is the Cardiff Clash. And let's take a look from the results from week one. This, of course, round two. Exeter defeating Met. Met picking up 2 bonus points. Beckett beating Durham as well. A huge result. Perhaps the biggest shock of them all. Cardiff with a record win over Swansea, 41-7. And the defending champions, Hartpury, conceding 50 to Bath, who once again look like they're hitting the ground running. It was fireworks, Nottingham versus Loughborough. Nottingham, as they tend to, scoring a lot of tries, but leaking a few as well. So the defending league champions getting off to a winning start in their defence of the league title. So that is what the table looks like. The top 5 all picking up bonus point wins. Cardiff Met and Nottingham picking up a couple of bonus points. Swansea yet to get off the mark. So, fixtures, what is happening this week? Couple of earlier kickoffs, Durham Nottingham, Bath Leeds Beckett and Swansea Exeter already underway. We're here at the Arms Park for Met versus Cardiff, and then up in the East Midlands it is a replay of last year's final. Hartpury victorious on that occasion. Loughborough have got a big crowd down, a massive Freshers Week event for them. The big game, they're expecting 5,000 and they will want to put on a show and make it 2 from 2 at the start of the BUCS Super Rugby season. Teams will be out momentarily, but before that, let's take a look at the team sheets. That is the Cardiff Met women's team, who've got a spectacular victory, 59-0 over Cardiff University as the curtain raiser in this, our first doubleheader of the season. We've got some great doubleheaders to look forward to, including a trip to Kingsholm in Gloucester, where Hartpury will be putting on a show. But in the meantime, for both of these teams, plenty of familiar faces, but opportunities for new players to come through as well. Much has been made of the Dutch 9-10 combo for Cardiff Met of Maxime van Hilst and Vikas Meyer. Then in the centres as well, Patterson and Clinch are going to have their work cut out today. Dylan Scott, Jack Walsh and Isaac Marsh are the back 3, with Silman and Surrey the props. Manasseh Tava, the hooker, Gethin Cannon, Alfie Blackett in the engine room, with Owen, Kerith Davis and Charlie Ward in the back row. And there we have it. That is the Cardiff University supporters, dressed very similarly to the Cardiff Met supporters, it must be said, but a little bit of tweed just to show that they've got a bit of class about them. Yeah, not a sign of tweed, not a jacket either. Obviously, relying on the beer jackets. Right, let's take a look at Cardiff Uni then. Josh Twigg and Matt Towndrow settled prop forwards, but Isaac Buck, a fresher, going at hooker. Salah and Campbell in the engine room. Rob Nixon captains the team. Billy Moxey back from an ACL injury, and the very talented Ollie Sterling. It's a big, strong back row for Cardiff Uni. Finn Charles, absolutely huge at 9 for them. Expect him to play 80 minutes. Booth outside him at 10. Das and Thomas on the Dingerlings, with Bird at fullback, and Charlie Brooke and Lloyd McEwen-Peters, the rugby league man, at 13. But maybe expect him to defend a little bit narrower. Perhaps him and Brooke might interchange. We've had some great international players over the years, great Spaniards as well, the likes of Mario Pichardi, but Jose Onturo of Valencia might be coming on to cover outside half today. Great player. Can he get over the language barrier? I think the longer he's here, the more we'll see of him. Well, the anticipation of the Cardiff Clash. So much brilliant rugby is played here. Cardiff in the URC, Cardiff in the SRC. They play schools and colleges here. Wales women play here. It is an opportunity for people to step out onto hallowed turf. And incredibly, you've got players making their debuts tonight in front of 5,000-6,000 people. A raucous noisescape. And at some point, the hookers, the fresher hookers, both Cardiff Unis, Isaac Buck and Dylan Lyne, first-year students are going to have to take a line out from in front of Cardiff Met. And Joe Burns, best of luck to him.
One occasion, D-Rog. I've never seen the place so busy for a clash. They spoke of record ticket sales. It's packed to the rafters here. It is such a vibe. And it's only going to get vibier as the players come out.
It's quite unique as well, isn't it? There aren't many rugby crowds as visceral and as vitriolic as this.
Mate, no one does it like BUCS Super Rugby. The raw passion, the tribalism, the chanting. Genuinely, I feel that if we're not, we should be the envy of every league in the UK, because an atmosphere like this isn't delivered anywhere else.
Well, wherever you're watching, whatever you're watching on, the warmest of welcomes to Cardiff Arms Park. The smoke comes from the Dragon's mouth and the players make their way through side by side. Gus Patterson and Rob Nixon, the two captains, Cardiff University in the red jerseys, and Cardiff Met in that famous claret and gold, the claret and gold that nearly took them all the way to the BUCS Super Rugby final last year. But alas, it is Cardiff University who had the last laugh in the clash. Incredible drama that season. What will this season bring? Just listen to the noise, the anticipation, the expectation. It's round 2 of BUCS Super Rugby, a massive derby in the Welsh capital, and Tommy Booth gets us underway. High hanging kick, the lights are on. An inky sky after a beautiful late summer, early autumn day. We're into October, but it feels like August. And straight away, oh my goodness me, listen to this crowd, Burnsy.
Unreal occasion for all of these young men. You mentioned about the freshers who are stepping out for the third years. This could be their final clash. This is, you know, totemic in terms of their university to careers. These are days that are savoured. We've had ex-players who've played Premiership, URC, International come and join us, and they still get goosebumps when they think of the clash.
Manasseh Teva, first line out for him, picks out Alfie Blackett, former Bath Academy man. Not sure his feet were allowed to touch the ground there, but referee happy enough. Box kick goes up from Van Hilst. Plenty on that, and the first chance for a little counter-attack in run. Ollie Das, second year from Brighton, gets his first touch. Good shot that, Will Owen, blindside flanker today. Little chip in behind, into space and gathered! Great chase from Tommy Booth to put Cardiff on the front foot. Quick ball needed, up the short side. Isaac Bucked as well, throws the pass right out to the width, nudging behind from Das. Loose ball regathered. I think the coaches will be happy with that. That's 2 kicks for Cardiff, and twice they've managed to get their hands on the ball. Targeting the short side. Cardiff looking for the jackal, but no joy. Another good phase, another good carry. Jake Campbell.
Square up. Straight.
But Cardiff Met win the penalty. And I wish the referee spoke as loudly as he blew his whistle.
What was that? Side entry? Judging by the gesture, that's Craig Evans out there as well, who is,
yeah.
I mean, he's refereeing the Olympics. Like that, I love how the WRU has embraced Super Rugby, because we're now getting some of the top referees in the world.
Yeah, what's he given that for?
Not straight with a contest.
Well, in the meantime, it's a not straight. Yeah, because we've had Ben Breakspear here, we've had Adam Jones here. Grown his hair as well, isn't he? Usually a bit more regular at the barbers, is old Craig.
Just like yourself, eh?
There's your volume set up.
No,
He'll adjust here, yeah? Yes, sir. See as you are.
Chatting to a few of these referees as well from Wales. they actually petitioned to get a bit of exposure. They love refereeing in these environments. It's a big test for them as well. There's no TMO, so it's refereeing at its purest in the Cardiff cauldron.
First scrum of the match then. Silman, Manasseh Atava and Surrey for Cardiff Met. Twig, Buck and Towndrow for Cardiff University.
Thanks, mate.
And after all that build-up, it goes to ground.
5 reps, is it? Is it 5 reps making decisions? Come. Boys, work harder on the height to get your feet underneath.
It's a wonderful scene. Lovely mix of seating and terrace here at the Arms Park as well. Yeah, so Finn Charles, scrum half for Cardiff University, speaking to Swank at the start of the season. Wasn't sure if Finn was going to commit. Knew that George Mack was going to play for Llanddyfri with a view of trying to go professional. Absolutely huge. Finn Charles involved. The referee doesn't like it on the left-hand side. It's Josh Twig who gets punished. Max Surrey gets the better of him.
My arm has gone your way. I can very easily turn it that way. Just go up for the scrum, enjoy the penalty.
In fact, he's gone the other way. Didn't like Silman. And Towndrow gets the penalty and an opportunity inside the Met half for Cardiff.
Here comes the scrums. No, just put this flag one side, right? To the defending team. Perfect, thank you.
You want Cardiff to be scoring points from this pressure if you're supporting them. We saw it in the women's match. Very different matchup, but they had a real purple patch to the opening 8 minutes. A lot of pressure, a lot of territory. No points came, then they got stung.
Rob Nixon, captain, ball off the top. Now McEwen Peters. Expect him on those short lines all day. Big ball carrying rugby league player. In fact, he's got the call up to play for Wales. Super exciting time for him. Good leg drive, great carry into the 22. Alfie Blackett taken for a walk. Now Finn Charles, little snipe. Charles steps away. Finn Charles. Oh, stop just short. An electric moment though, and then straight over. Finn Charles hasn't given up, he's kept going. Met have dropped off and Finn Charles has opened the scoring in the Cardiff Clash. Tenacity personified by the number 9.
Well, that shut up one side of the Arms Park, and it's no less than Cardiff deserve from that fast start. They've been full of life, full of purpose. And Finn Charles, got to be the smallest man on the park, went jinking, then got tangled up, but just kept driving.
Conversion added, perfect start for Cardiff University. 6 minutes gone, they lead 7-0. Let's take another look at this. How on earth did it happen?
Well, they're playing insomnia in the stadium, but it's the Met defensive coach who's going to have sleepless nights about that one. Absolutely no right for Finn Charles to score that try.
Massive effort from Isaac Buck and Ellis Bird as well. 2 and 15 to just add their weight. 100 and something kgs to try and take the man over.
Kickoff.
Team's always vulnerable just after they've scored. And this is Met's first opportunity. Lovely footwork. And again up the short side. Patterson gets it out wide to Dylan Scott. Dylan Scott for the corner. Still Scott. Stopped a metre short, but what a position here for Met to respond immediately. Van Hilst has a look. Using the big machinery.
Leave.
With a penalty advantage and the wind in their sails. They think they're over the line, they think they've scored, but the referee bringing them back for a penalty. And a big decision now. Tap and Trundle will go to the corner and use the set piece. 2 props over it. Josh Twig goes. Josh Twig does well. Big men lining up.
Try.
Oh, he scored! How on earth have Cardiff Met bundled over from there? Well, that is 2 tries in 2 minutes. An absolute chaos at the try line.
I think a bit of amusement all round. Who was it? Will Owen?
So let's take a look here.
John
Yeah, we've got
Wall.
Stillman and Surrey, two big men. That's a great carry to start with. Playing on the penalty advantage. And Charlie Ward's got over. Well.
30.
Plenty of memories, of course, of Ward's playing in the back row for Cardiff Met. Aled Ward, a BUCS Super Rugby finalist. Charlie Ward does very, very well. Vikas Meyer adds the extras, and here we are. Less than 9 minutes in, 2 tries on the board.
And Cardiff are going to be kicking themselves at that concession. A fumble from the kickoff receipt, just gifted possession to Cardiff Met, and just like their women earlier today, ruthless in their capitalisation. And from that's a messy one.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Craig Evans reaching for his pocket immediately, and I do not think there can be too many complaints there on the chase.
I'll tell you what, that was another quarter revolution away from being a red.
Just a timing thing. He hasn't landed in a danger position for me. Hey, 12.
I'm not sure
Oh,
how
yeah,
much
for
man.
me.
It was super reckless though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's credit to Isaac Marsh. He is back on his feet immediately. Oh, they've missed touch with the penalty
Red toe.
of Cardiff Met. I think we'll take another look when the ball goes dead to see exactly how it happened, because it was reckless, yes.
Yeah, I kind of.
So from the kickoff.
Into meet the boys.
Oh yeah, he's just overrun it, hasn't he? And also we're at a line out now, and Cardiff University without a lock. And Cardiff Met making gain line on McEwen. Peters has made a turnover there. Outstanding from the centre.
Unreal desire on the counter up.
So Jake Campbell out wide. Here's the try scorer, Finn Charles.
Shoulder, no foul play.
Counter ruck, brilliant, but
Can't play the 9. It's a ruck.
Finn Charles.
Yeah. Ruck forms, you can't play the 9 in the back.
Well, as the referee explains,
I thought that was on the shoulder, mate. I didn't get it.
9s are the golden geese these days. You cannot tamper with them.
10.
Yeah, big push from World
Points.
Rugby
Okay.
on that front
Shot called.
for 9s to not be interfered with, to try and free up the flow of the game, and that is a ballsy call for a penalty shot.
I can't think of a much more difficult penalty, to be honest.
Stay where you are now, over there, yeah?
I mean,
Stay there.
credit to Tommy Booth for backing himself. We've seen Vikas Meyer drain some screamers. I mean, you were at the Hartpury semi-final last year where he almost kicked Cardiff Met into the big time.
I mean, Vikas can go from the car park, can't he? But Tommy Booth is about to flex his muscles from the tee.
Well, he has been a Clash winner. And he's looking to put Cardiff University back into the lead. Massive kick. We'll know if it's good because the crowd will tell us. They had the legs.
Had the legs and more. Maybe just a rangefinder. That's a bit of notice served as well, because that's something that lingers in the back of teams' minds when they play Met, that Big Vikas can drain it from his own 22 practically.
Like a Dutch Paul Thorben. In fact, here he is now, Vikas Meyer. Back in the 10 jersey after they kind of had him on a rotating carousel at the end of last season. Plenty of distance on that, but Cardiff can come up. That is some carry. Bang! Plenty of power. And that is some tackle as well. Billy Moxey will have felt that now. Charles trying to get some go forward. Alice Bird, but if that was backwards, the next one's forwards off Tommy Booth. And it's back with Met inside their own half. Thought they might try and play that, but it's good line speed from Cardiff University. Van Hilster right. Both teams really probing the short side early on. Billy Moxey called into defensive duty back after missing a year with an ACL injury.
Okay, use it.
Great to see him back on the pitch. Van Hilst, little nudge, well taken by Brooke. He thinks he's seen half a gap, and he might have as well, and he frees the hands. Oh, good shot!
Oh!
Things you love to see. Gethin Cannon and Alfie Blackett already dishing it. The two Met locks.
In front, hold, boys. Right, hold.
And that's one
Bring
for
it
Jack
on.
Thomas to chase. Needs to get it right. Oh, it's been missed, and he's taken it. Great work by Jack Thomas. And retrieving kicks has been a huge part of Cardiff's game early on. Nixon. Oh,
Left,
nearly.
leave him.
Nearly gets the turnover. Manasiatava. Short ball into traffic. Credit to Cardiff Uni. They're getting massive gain line on these carries. Not something that's been associated with them over the years. Buck.
Release, boys.
Gus Patterson told to get off. Towndrow. Oh, met well. Some of these collisions Met are putting in are massive. There's Booth in at second receiver, nudging behind for Bird to chase. But the touchline beats everybody.
Love that option. The line speed, the ferocity of the hits from Met. As you said, Blackett and Cannon just deleting
Stay on it,
boys
okay? Don't
in the
creep.
midfield. And I tell you what, that kick, little less
Three.
spice on
Three,
it,
don't hold him on the
and they
floor.
were begging for that to stay in because it was being set upon by two fast wide runners there. But loving the mongrel from Cardiff.
Manasiatava goes to the front, safe ball. Blackett goes up well.
Out, nine, out.
Not an
Out.
easy exit from this coffin
Two, that's
corner.
once. Okay, use it.
And Manasiatava gets inside Isaac Buck. There's pressure on this from Cardiff Uni. They're on the ball and they've turned it over.
That's as clear a picture as you can paint, isn't it? The break was so good that he found himself isolated, and it was one of those sort of clamps that came under the body, round over the
Line.
top, and it just makes the decision so easy for the referee.
Have a line, boys.
But as you mentioned, Joe, it's refereeing in its purest form. No TMO. Not that there's TMO on Jackals anyway, so it's just up to these players
Timer
to
on the
just
sack,
paint
boys.
the best picture they can. And Cardiff University
Okay,
have
go straight to
painted themselves into the Met
Nine, out,
22.
out.
First job done.
Advantage,
Nixon
offside.
goes up. Penalty advantage to come. Isaac Buck takes it on. They've got McHugh and
Stay there,
Peters,
mate,
the centre, adding his weight as
Stay
well.
on my leg, don't lift
Finn
it, yeah?
Charles, already a try scorer, lingering around, but Cardiff Uni grunting their way towards the line, over the line. Oh, he's
Leave
nearly knocked that on. Still an advantage. Short ball, not a kind one for Ellis Bird, who thinks he's scored. And he has! Ellis Bird gives Cardiff the lead for the second time.
Captain. Over there. Captain. Okay, mate. Short. I've clearly called it short.
Oh, he's not
gone
giving
again.
it.
I forgot at the moment and I blew that penalty. That's been an advantage for you for offside. So you actually got a penalty in the 15 here. Okay? So let's take this fella, come here.
What did he
In the
place
line
it,
now,
or
you
did he
defend in 5
propel
meters
his
and my
body
arms in the air.
forward?
Don't come up and join them all.
Well, the referee had called short, so once he's made that call, it's irrelevant. So we'll go back for the penalty that they were playing advantage for. But oh my goodness me. Right, what happens now? This is huge. Couple of big men there. Rob Nixon's there. Josh Twigg is there. It's a tap and go. A big carry from Nixon. But he's repelled first time.
Ball's out.
Another drive up the short side. But it didn't take long for Cardiff to strike again. Oh, and an Archer's celebration. It's getting spicy out there. Oh, I mean, what a finish, what an effort from Cardiff University. But hubris has no sell-by date.
Wow. Cardiff have come out supercharged. If anyone was billing them as underdogs coming into this, then no one told Cardiff. The Rangers are loving it out here, and they've matched Met's physicality.
Well, I was going to say, they're winning the physical battle, and even in the Cardiff clashes that they've won, we haven't seen that before. Right then, Booth Tough kick for him, but 20 metres easier than the last one he went for. And it is good. 14-12. Cardiff University. 7-14. I can count, Joe, I promise. So watch out for Josh Twigg here. The try scorer eventually. Right, that was the first one. He'll feel as though he reached out, but the decision had already been made. And then the second one,
Step.
we can come back to, but a little bit of drama, but more importantly for Cardiff University, 2 tries again though. Met have won the kick-off back. And Uni cannot keep giving them this possession, having worked so hard to get these tries. Well, Gareth Davis, short ball. Bearing in mind, Cardiff still down to 14.
Man, the clear out that Ollie Sterling has just worn there as well.
This big back row for Cardiff. Oh, what a shot. What a shot. And then booted clear and a big chase coming here as well. Met have to have their wits about them, and Walsh does well. Great chase from Ollie Duss. And another breakdown penalty for Cardiff Uni. The effort going in these first 20 minutes, off the charts. So here's the try. Josh Twigg, the man to watch out for. Had a lot of work to do. He's, 3 metres out?
3 metres out, but when you're 3 metres wide, I mean, he's a big old rooster, isn't he, Josh Twigg?
Lets him go. Straight ahead for me.
Great finish. And there's going to be some more retribution here.
Oh, it's a red!
Lift and let go.
It's the captain.
Oh my goodness, Gus
Straight
Patterson.
down on top of his head, vertical.
Did he land on the floor?
His head is on the floor, yes.
Well, Gus Patterson asked the question, did his head land on the floor? But I don't think that is relevant. My goodness me. Well, let's take a look at it then. Here's the big chase back. So Patterson is just on the right-hand side of your shot at the moment.
Is that mine? That's yours, yes. Yeah.
Oh, and there it was afterwards. Oh my goodness me. No,
but it wasn't Patterson.
No, it wasn't Patterson who was sent off. Yeah, I mean, we only saw the aftermath.
Go ahead, Tucker, stay 2 meters.
Finn Charles was categorically upside down there.
Wow, huge shift.
Well, that's 2 red cards in 2 weeks for Cardiff Met now. And I don't know at what point that becomes a disciplinary issue. I mean, you can argue with Amber as much as you like, but it is as clear as day. Amber Regardso, head of rugby now at Cardiff Met, and her Cardiff Met team are in deep trouble because there's a little snipe from Finn Charles again, looking for try number 2. Cardiff Uni without a scrum half for this phase, but with plenty of numbers to the left-hand side. They might not need them. Rob Nixon goes in for try number 3, and Cardiff University are pulling away.
8. No. You seem to be sorry every week and say one thing too. That's who won. That's who won. It doesn't happen again.
Well, Ollie Sterling is getting a talking to from the referee, but it is so important that Cardiff Uni keep a lid on this now, because they've got a 19-7 lead after 21 minutes. They've not only ridden the storm of being down to 14, Cardiff Met are now down to 14 full stop. And it's Gareth Davis who's been sent to the bench for the remainder of the game. And Tommy Booth, he's 3 from 3 for conversions. He's missed the penalty, but at 21-7, I don't think he'll mind at all.
Well, I mean, this has been a breathtaking few minutes, and
you can change it if you want.
A potentially fatal clutch of minutes for Met, down to 14, losing their open side, and that was them being dazed and disorganised by wave after wave of coordinated and rapier-like attack that's been coming from Cardiff. Look at popping it about off the kickoff. There's so much confidence in everything that they're doing right now.
Bearing in mind, they're that confident having lost the previous 2 restarts.
No, leave it. Formed.
Well, what a start for Cardiff University.
Use it.
Hey, let's not forget though,
Onside.
Met got a red card in this fixture a couple of years ago, and they came back to win and to break Cardiff hearts.
Great work,
They're going to be tapping into that muscle memory.
Jack Thomas has done well there because BUCS Meyer thought he'd seen some space. Huge response required from Met.
Second
Good effort
goal.
from Jake Campbell. Was told to leave it. Maxime Van Hilst wants to go and he wants to send Dylan Scott into space. Live wire left winger in the scrum cap. Van Hilst looking sharp. Cannoning into defenders. Out of the back they go. BUCS Meyer. Helped on by Patterson, who we thought incorrectly had got a red card. God, it would be a real gut-wrenching heartbreaker to lose the captain, but losing your open side is problem enough. Real head-scratcher here for Guards and co. That's gone forward. And do you know something we've not even talked about tonight, Burnsy, is the fact that Di Young has started with Cardiff Met. Premiership winner with Wasps, dual code Great Britain International.
Do you know what? I've actually seen him a couple of times across the day, and he also is a big old goose. But I've seen him and I thought, oh, that guy looks familiar. And then he's walked past. That's British and Irish Lion. Di Young, former DOR of Wasps, Cardiff here. Cardiff here as well. So he has replaced Olympic gold medal winning coach Gareth Faber as the man at the top
put it to the team as offending the flag, because I can't hear you, okay?
of Cardiff Met Rugby.
If it's them, there.
And I heard as well there are a few other pretty choicey candidates that went for that job. So it's an amazing testament to the league, but also Cardiff Met and the reputation that the likes of Danny Milton, Ian Gardner have built over the years, that have these marquee men, these people who've done it all as players and coaches, identifying this as an amazing opportunity, amazing movement to be a part of.
But a penny for his thoughts right now in his first week at the job. His team in their derby, in the Cardiff Clash, staring down the barrel of a 21-7 deficit. And in the first quarter of the game, not really having a sniff unless Cardiff Uni have put them there. But they've won a free kick at scrum time. Got a little bit of territory. Is this the moment? Interesting that they're going for a tap here. They're 35 metres out. Not going for touch, just using the big men.
Be nice to take some points maybe.
Right, play on.
And they got plenty of opportunities to do that with one of the best kickers in the league. We've already talked about him, but now they are into the 22. Nice ball around the corner and a big hole. Opens up for a big man, and Max Surrey. Tight heads, punching through holes. Things you love to see.
How good has Maxime Van Hilst been in the last 5 minutes? Sure, the try belongs to Max Surrey, but the architect through every phase along the way was the Dutch halfback, the Dutchman we've just been introducing. He's driving the tempo. Look at him here, picking, travelling, asking questions of that fringe defence. He gets the half break created there. Then he's first to the ball, travels again, just lifts it into the hole and says to Surrey, go on big lad, get after it. And no one's going to stop a bowling ball like that from so close.
What a game. What a game, full of massive moments. BUCS Meyer to boos and hisses from the Cardiff fans, but that won't stop him. He gets his 4th point of the night. Cardiff Met back within 7. We're averaging a try every 5 minutes in this Cardiff Clash. It's Met 14, Cardiff 21.
In line, the ball has gone the inside shoulder and you chose to tackle the man. They didn't stop him making a tackle. There was 2 close ones there.
We've got a few Dutch internationals here. We've got Kit Temperley playing on the wing for Loughborough, who was under 20s captain as well.
Well, what that does mean is they won't be playing for Delta in the Rugby Europe Super Cup that gets underway pretty soon. But we might see them at Rugby Europe Championship time in the new year.
You can also find Dave Rogers and Joe Burns on those commentaries as well. If it's weird and off the beaten track, we're usually commentating on it.
Boys, I want you to take the engagement, come forward in engagement and meet in the middle, okay?
Scrum's been a bit messy so far. Had one penalty after what, the second reset then? A free kick. But even though the props are settled, there is new hookers in between for both teams. Isaac Buck, the fresher, and Manassi Atava, his fourth-year student, but not played a lot of BSR. Played a lot of Welsh Prem rugby. This is a different kettle of fish, though. The Welsh Prem, very physical, but this is super fast.
Set! Keep it up! Keep it up!
Burnsy, you're on socials duty. If you could keep us up to date with all the scores, that'd be great.
Meanwhile, breaking news for our Welsh listeners. Half-time at St Helens. Swansea 12, Exeter 3.
Goodness me.
Not St Helens though, is it? Where are they playing this season?
Swansea, it might be Dunvant. Swansea Whites are playing Newport at Dunvant tomorrow. Cracking ground. Both nines having great games. There they are.
Set! Hold it! Hold!
And Loughborough 19-8 up against Hartbury. Hartbury having a suboptimal start to the season, and Cardiff going in. Oh my goodness me, what a shot. Billy Moxey will have felt that. Bone rattler. Again up the short side, but a little bit scrappy. Ellis Bird tidies up. Towndrow Towndrow gets emptied! What a shot! Little nudge in behind. They managed to get it to bounce as well, and a good chase. Oh, it is bone rattler after bone rattler. And a big exit needed here now by Cardiff Met. 28 minutes gone. They've managed to reduce the arrears to 7.
Use it!
Getting cannon, mate. That is nominative determinism, isn't it?
Where do I buy my Gethin Cannon replica jersey at the end of this match? Oh my word.
There'll be scorch marks on it.
Oh my bulldozer. He is emptying people out there.
Well, he is a massive part of this Archers team. Over 50 appearances. You know, you get a blazer for that.
How many, boys? 5?
I hope it's nicer than those Durham ones.
Oh, the Loughborough ones as well. Bad bits of kit, mate.
I got given a free gilet once by Reece Roberts, who's in the team.
Did you really?
Still in its packaging in my wardrobe.
Lovely ball into midfield. First phase nudge as well, but that feels like a bit of a waste. No mark called though. Met might fancy this, but it's been knocked on. And they are pressing the self-destruct button. Oh, another fabulous shot. Finn Charles jumping over, boys, to get into position. Tommy Booth takes it to the line, gets the offload away, and it's the try scorer, Twig. Manages to spit that out back to Charles, who's a real live wire. And Uni back in the 22. Ball over the top's a good one, and some space open. Just an update on the score. It is, in fact, Cardiff Uni 28, Cardiff Met 14. 5 minutes to go until half-time. Met need a response. They've got some good field position here, and now they're through a gap with Clinch. Lovely offload. But Cardiff recover. They got a penalty, so a little nudge in behind for Walsh to chase. Now, Burnsy, what are you doing here? Poles or more?
2 racks.
I think that Cardiff Met have had so few opportunities to flex their mauling muscles. They've got to go to the corner. You're looking at the clock.
Last 2 racks, never
5
back
to
onside.
go according to Ahaz. It might be a little bit less. If Met maul their way across the line now and they head into the sheds just 7 down, that is a result. They'll be 7 down, they'll still be down to 14, but they're going to go in with that boost of saying, do you know what, Cardiff have thrown everything at us. They've got one more player, but we're still only trailing by 7. We'll get them in the second half.
Well, BUCS hasn't quite put them as close to the try line as they'd like, but 10 metres to go. It's another excellent take. Gethin Cannon has been a giant. Now here comes the back line. Patterson's there, Clinch is there, Scott is there. And they make some more metres. Cardiff Uni got to be careful here. Don't want to give away another penalty, which is exactly what they've done. And now it's a free go for Cardiff Met. Well, that ball is... Well, made its way towards the line, but referee decides to bring play to a stop.
The Ultras plan on being the 15th man in lieu of Gareth Davies.
Well, the tail of the half so far. Cardiff Uni flew out of the gates. Finn Charles sniping. Cardiff Met came back
Just under 4.
with a try from short range. It was all Cardiff Uni from then. Tries from Sterling, Nixon, Josh Twigg. A screamer from Max Surrey for Cardiff Met.
Stay 2.
Cardiff Met 14, Cardiff Uni 28, but a massive opportunity here and a little go down the short side. Good tackle from Billy Moxey.
Vantage.
Met with another advantage now. That's a few in a row. I think the referee might have a word here, and a try might keep Cardiff Uni with 15 on the park. There's space to the left. Dylan Scott wants it, but instead they go even shorter. Just short. Scott begging for it. Scott gets it. And Met are on the board. 19-28. The referee having a word with Cardiff Uni, and this clash is bubbling beautifully. Oh, if Dylan Scott hadn't have got that ball then, I don't think he'd have ever forgiven his teammates. He was in so much space on the short side.
It's under 3 minutes, 2:40. Thank you. Where you are, Ted, is good.
So BUCS, tough kick here, but it will bring them to within 7 points. Just a correction on that scoreboard, it's 19-28, not 19-21. Still a couple of the minutes of the half to go. Referees told us that. BUCS Mayor, as soon as it leaves the boot, the Archers Ultras will let us know if it's bisected the uprights. Oh, it's let's kindly call that a mishit, shall we? So, still a 2-score game, but green shoots for Met.
Yeah, reminiscent of a few UST shots out in New York last weekend, that conversion attempt from BUCS. But as we said, 19-28. Met get in, having conceded no points. Maybe they snatch another 3 before the deed is done. I think they've got to be pleased. They can rebuild for that next 40 minutes now.
Well, they're inside the 22 here. This one can go dead if Maxime Van Hilst decides.
Really onside, boys.
Really impressed. I know you mentioned him earlier, Joe, but Van Hilst has been excellent. But he keeps that infield. Will he live to regret that just before half-time? Weaving run by Ellis Bird at 15. A lot of width to work with here, but a good counter-ruck from Met to just try and slow things down a bit, because that's been the real issue for Met. They've not been able to slow Cardiff Uni down at all. Finn Charles digs. Thought about a peel out the back, but Matt Towndrow throws the dummy instead. All the front rowers going for it, but Finn Charles bursts through. Lovely step from Charles, but the offload goes down, and the chance is gone. What a let-off for Cardiff Met. And once again, it's the electric Finn Charles that's causing carnage.
30 seconds.
Finn Charles is a problem, eh?
Oh.
How fantastic both these scrum halves have been. Really challenging the fitness and the concentration of the fringe defence, and the way he manipulated his body, came up with the invention to sort of skyhook the pass whilst hopping up. Oh, big let off for Met there.
But Met have got to be aware, because that all came off the back of a massive Matt Towndrow carry as well. Front rower getting them on the gain line, and then Finn Charles licking his lips. Overthrown, line out, picked up, this could work. Oh, wow. Oh. Tommy Booth gets dumped, but gets the offload away. Moxey takes the short ball. And Towndrow does go out the back. This time, interception! Here we go! Dylan Scott onto the poles, and Cardiff Met are going to be in touch as the whistle goes. Buy a ticket to the raffle and you just might win a prize.
Great Scott has turned this clash around. A double for Dylan, and it has completely turned the atmosphere of the Arms Park on its head.
Well, can you believe it? This is arguably the best 40 minutes of rugby, the best first half of rugby that Cardiff Uni have played in the Cardiff Clash. I cast my mind back to that BSR knockout game at King Coyd a couple of years ago where they came out like a runaway train, but they've never done it here at the Arms Park. Yet, as the half-time whistle goes, it is going to be a 2-point game.
Half-time.
Well, Cardiff Uni got the early yellow card and looked like they were going to pull away. Cardiff Met got a red card. They lost Kerrith Davis, their open side, and with the scoreboard at 28-14, they look like they were dead and buried, but they have hung in there. Dylan Scott on the left-hand side has had a brilliant half. He's got 2 tries. We've already guaranteed a bonus point each, and as they go into the sheds, the Cardiff Clash is 26-28 in favour of Cardiff University.
I 3 or 4 though, I just too many.
Joe Burns, what a game, what a league.
If you want, but TV got it.
Somebody get 8 Kettle on somewhere near us so that we can try and regather ourselves. That has been an unbelievable half of rugby. The climax there, you could see him lurking within 10. Cardiff, little bit flat, and it was fizzed just too tantalisingly across the face, and Dylan Scott just read it perfectly. The second it was in his grip, it was done.
But there's something that you've mentioned a couple of times. There have been some huge collisions, and Cardiff Uni have got some great gain line, but Cardiff Met's line speed all half has been excellent, and it finally pays dividends for them. Half time, Cardiff Met 26, Cardiff Uni 28. We are staring down the barrel of a clash for the ages. Well, we're going to take a look at the tries. There were 8 of them in total, and from all over the pitch as well. Some even surprising us. My goodness me! I mean, I'm just not sure where to start. It feels as though Cardiff Uni have been here, there, and everywhere. Look, this was the opening try. Then great carry there by McHugh and Peters. But how good has Finn Charles been?
He's been great. Both scrum halves have been great. Little bit more considered in the way that he drives things. Look at him there, though, head on a swivel. But all of his opportunities have come from big carries from the hard-working pack. He's whipping them on. I still don't know how he got that down. I don't know how he managed to wriggle his way across the line. But, I mean, that was the catalyst. That set the tone for the half to come.
Yeah, and this one, it was a little bit chaotic there. It was Silman and Surrey and the big men doing damage. And what a finish this was, playing with the penalty advantage. But because when the ref puts the whistle to his lips, right, penalty. But no, Charlie Ward has got it down. What a finish from him.
Yeah, all quite understated, wasn't it? And that was from an error from the kickoff. Immediately remember that from Cardiff. So 7-0, you thought, right, Meta in it. It's going to take the wind out of these Cardiff sails early. But they came storming back. They just had one disallowed moments before. And again, that blend of beauty and brutality. I think if we're looking at it on the pot, it's 70% brutality, isn't it, this game? Both sides of the ball.
Josh Twigg with the Archers celebration as well. That is ballsy. Rob Nixon, that time, just attacking the gap. He's massive for them. I mean, he's played Premiership rugby, and he's coming back to captain this team, getting the try there. I mean, look at these shots, both sides of the ball. It's been massive.
This is when Van Hilst came into his own. Just the way he's travelling, he's asking questions of the defenders around the fringes, and I tell you what.
Yeah, big Max Surrey.
I tell you what, Ellis Bird didn't want that tackle, did he?
No, and likewise, Max Surrey wasn't sure whether to step him or go over him in the end. He did a little bit of both. This was perhaps the try of the half, though. Love
these hands, love the instincts, and what a finish. Just turbocharged down the paint. Ollie Selly. And this was, there'd been the red card in all this. We haven't seen the red card.
Yeah.
So at this stage, you thought, healthy lead, 14 points. Like, they're going to go on the assault here. They've got an extra man, but Dylan Scott.
There were about 3 phases. He's like, he wants it here, he wants it here. Instead, it's a little snipe from Van Hilst. And then he's just waiting there. He's like, please, please give me the ball. Imploring. And lo and behold, he managed to get it. And that was just the start for Dylan Scott. That conversion was missed. And here, just when Cardiff were thinking about extending the lead, getting try number 5, a little bit flat to the line. Charlie Brook just out of position. And then Scott was in. It was a valiant chase by Jack Thomas, but he had no chance at all. That was under the poles. BUCS Mayer kicked the conversion. So at half-time here, Cardiff Met 26, Cardiff Uni 28. Game on under the lights.
Right, Emma, welcome to Women's BUCS Super Rugby. Welcome to BUCS Super Rugby. We haven't had a new team, men's or women's, since, I'm probably going to get this wrong, get corrected later on, get trolled for it. I think since Swansea. Since Swansea came. No, Nottingham. God damn it. Anyway, you're new and it's great to have you. So tell us about the journey to get here.
It feels like it's been a long time coming. Obviously, past like 3-4 years, we've just been building, recruiting really well, building the programme, gone from starting with about 6 to 10 players and then just built year on year to get there. Back-to-back promotions and built up quite a nice reputation. Obviously, the connection with Trailfinders over the past few seasons has helped with the recruitment. Yeah, so I feel the girls are ready, definitely ready.
Yeah.
We've had a couple of seasons which, respectfully, probably haven't been that competitive for us, and now, yeah, we're ready to play against the top unis in the league.
Well, right, you mentioned the link-up with Trailfinders, who are playing in the PWR.
Yeah.
What is it about BUCS Super Rugby that made you say, right, this is something we've got to be a part of, we've got to get Brunell in there? Why is it important to you? What have you seen that makes it important?
I just think it's the competition
What do you
and
play on
also
YouTube
the
then, is it?
professionalism where the women's game is
on
going.
YouTube then, is it, the
It's
game?
quite clear that the BSR is
I
that
know.
stepping stone, obviously up into the PWR, and I just think it takes it to that next level for the women to perform. And you'll know from speaking to the other universities and stuff, there's a lot of hours and a lot of hard work are going in, and they want to represent.
Max, do you mind giving the
at
boys
top
2
and do
minutes,
the best
please?
They can, and
Thank you, buddy.
I think the staffing and the setup that we've got at Brunel just feeds real nicely into that next step from, you know, academy, BSR, and then up into PWR. We've got a lot of players that want to be professionals, you know, and to be able to mix and mingle with those and train up there as well throughout these like cup periods and pre-seasons. It's just what they need to help with their development and take that next step.
Now, look, looking off the pitch, we love our fans in BUCS Super Rugby. We love how tribal it is. We love an away day. What does an away day look like at Brunel?
Probably 2 different ones, so we're going to try and have some fixtures over at Trailfinders as well, so that's going to bring a different element, as well as at Brunel. We have a pretty good fan base, like the academy itself, the men and the women are very much combined. You know, we have them there, they're there with the tunnels around the sidelines, we have the commentary going and the music's on, and it's your, I would say, a very good student experience. So we're looking forward to it. It's a vibe, it's sure the vibe, yeah. I think last season all the men turned up dressed as nuns, and they even had the ref like down in a pint, if we're allowed to talk about that, and all kinds of things.
We've spoken about it. We've spoken about it. Pint of milk, though, yeah. Pint of milk for our sponsors.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a good student vibe, you know, and hoping that we can carry that over as well to Trailfinders too, and have those 2 stadiums that are there supporting us, but also that everyone can come and have a good time and share that experience with us, yeah.
Awesome.
It'd be nice, I think. Like, we were speaking to some of the girls inside and they were saying that having a new team, going somewhere different players, you know, hopefully that they'll enjoy that experience too, just having something new in the league. Yeah,
I have to say, from a mileage point of view on my car as well, like, it's very, very nice to have a London uni finally up in the higher echelons.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is the ground that you want to be on at the end of the season. Con, let's talk ambition. You're the new team. Are you gunning for the title? Yep. Are you being a bit more tempered in your ambition?
No, there's no point shying away from it. We're here to compete. You know, we think that we've got the quality to finish top 3. You know, I think a lot of people are talking about us being new kids on the blocks and underdogs. We don't feel like that at all, you know, so we're just going to come in, fight and talk. We're here to take a few scalps, and that's how we're heading into pre-season with that mentality, so it'll be an interesting one.
here's to fighting talk and taking a few scalps.
That's the idea. There's no point coming here just to participate, is there? So we've worked really hard, and I said we spent a couple of years like building for this. You know, last year was very much a build to get into here, almost like a very long pre-season, and everyone's ready. Players are ready, we're ready. You know, we've recruited really well, and they're ready. So, yeah.
I think in summary, Brunell are up for it.
We're up for it.
Well, Emma, thanks so much for joining us, and Brunell, welcome to the best leagues in the land.
Thank you very much.
To 28. Well, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, Joe Burns. Barely time to do anything.
Barely time to do anything. That man at the heart of it again, Maxime Van Hils. If Cardiff Met somehow emerge from this contest victorious, it's him and Gethin Cannon who've been the beating heart, well, the bone pulverising in Cannon's terms.
Gethin Cannon has been beating everything.
Yeah.
Ellis Bird takes that in the slips and then comes back. It is just full throttle the entire time. Great counter from Jack Walsh, and he's turned that over. Brilliant work from the winger. And now Cannon again winning the gain line, again up to halfway now. Van Hilst is in there. It's not the most sympathetic of passes to BUCS Meyer. Gutsy tackle from Finn Charles. Bit of back, bit of shoulder, then some hands. Then Van Hilst. No subs yet from either team. Van Hilst, he's got Jack Walsh to chase this one. Needs to time it well. That's a good take. What about the chase though from Manassi Atava?
Oh, that was a pretty bruising clear out coming in there. And the physicality just has not diminished one bit
Huge.
at any moment.
I mean, we've talked about Cannon, but Jake Campbell, the second-year lock for Cardiff, has been massive as well. It's a great chase. Well played, Tommy Booth, but he is got rid of.
That's as unceremonious as it gets.
Nice kick from Mayer. Is that going to sit up as well? Oh, wow, what a chase. Dylan Scott. Now, he's either a Beddai or a Bather boy. Depends how you want to pronounce it. I'll let you choose.
I defer to the Welsh-speaking contingent of this commentary duo. I mean, look, he looks super sparky, Dylan Scott, and you can see that BUCS Meyer is looking for him. I mean, Jack Walsh on the other wing, he's having some great moments. Super pleased for him, former London Irish man. He's been blighted with injuries as well, so it's been a long road to come back here, but we're seeing his athleticism, his height as well, getting after those kicks, and Met growing into the game. But what about that for a seam from Moxie?
Yeah, Billy Moxie hitting the line again. We talk about the little success stories, but just for him to be back on the pitch after an ACL injury and showing that he's not dropped a yard of pace either. It's a little nudge into no man's land for Bird to try and get to, but he's found Dylan Scott, probably the one man you don't want to kick loosely to in this Cardiff Met team. Van Hilst to Meyer. Again, he sliced that up and under, but there'll be a challenge for this ball. And it bounces up Cardiff Uni's way now. Charlie Brooke. Oh! The referee's whistle had blown. He'd already said that there was going to be an advantage just for the knock-on. Those 50-50 balls, those 50-50 kicks, Cardiff Uni have had the better of most of those, haven't they?
They have, but, you know, BUCS has sliced that wildly. But, I mean, Walsh, he's 6'4", 6'5". He is a big, tall, rangy guy with a big leap on him. So you kick a speculator up there and you've got someone like that herring after it, you've got a more than 50-50 chance.
Change being made here. There has been a half-time change for Cardiff Met. Arthur Moore has come on. He's come through the Welsh Prem setup.
He's a hell of a player, Arthur Moore. Hell of a player.
Bind up, yeah? Bind up.
So Met scrummaging without an 8.
Crouch! Bind!
So a man down. Is this something that Cardiff Uni can take advantage of? No, is the short answer. And conceding a scrum penalty against a team who are only scrummaging with 7 is a real, Will Pearce is on as well. Do you think a guy called Will Pearce should have the nickname Prince Albert? Manassi Atava, it's a good ball but a loose one, and Arthur Moore can get a first touch. Gus Patterson, the captain, straightens up, short ball, and a great line, and Max Surrey.
On the ball.
Oh, he was off again, got the offload away, but Cardiff Met now purring, looking powerful. Mayer over the top, Dylan Scott, hat-trick hunting but not this time. Owen. Alarm bells ringing here for Cardiff Uni. Not had a sniff in the second half yet. Arthur Moore hits a good line, takes the ball with him, but Cardiff Uni tackling a man without the ball, and it's another penalty here. And they were mounting up towards the end of the half.
Towards the end of the first half, we were down there. I spoke to you regarding number 3. It seems to be when you're under pressure and 22 give away penalties. There's another one here is going to be a yellow card. No, number 3 in the first half, you got 14 offside again.
Wow.
In this area, clean it up.
I think that's super lenient, don't you? I think, you know, they are hanging by a thread, and they are very lucky to still have 15 on there.
Big choices here then for Cardiff Met. They're 5 points ahead. It's still a one-score game.
Time on.
And they brought the heavy artillery on. Ryan Cousins has come on at lock as well. A big old frame. Here's another one. Will Owen, 4 metres short. Met looking to make it a 2-score game. Max Surrey, 1 try already, driven towards the post, towards the line. They're queuing up. They've won the race around the corner. And now it's time for Toby Clinch on the short ball. Chris Pan's clinical finish, and now Met lead by 10.
That was just awesome from the Archers. First, the battering ram. Big men on the back as well, propelling him further on. Max Surrey, another alpha carry, almost taking himself to the paint. And then look at the timing, look at the runs, look at the depth, look at the options. Undefendable.
So well executed. They look like a different team. There was none of this in the first half.
Right, yeah, fair play.
But all of a sudden, they're winning all the things that they were losing in that opening 40. They're getting gain line, they're winning the physical battle, they're keeping hold of the ball.
Slow first 20,
winning the territory. Cardiff Uni not getting a sniff.
You're led,
and BUCS Mayor to take them up to 40 points.
This will be 26 points.
It is 40.
26 without reply, and all done whilst down to 14 players.
Well, now it gets worrying for Cardiff, doesn't it? Because they have played some brilliant rugby in this game. They've been on top for certainly the first half an hour. That ball's been knocked on. No? Okay.
Tight on the phone, all right.
But this game is now at risk of getting away from them.
Well, look, there's loads of rugby still to play. I mean, we've still got 30 minutes, haven't we? I've got that right, haven't I?
Just about, yeah.
I've got that right. 30 minutes to go.
Yeah, I got it.
Cardiff got to refine their groove. If anything, Cardiff Met have been emboldened by the red card. They found something within themselves and they're harnessing it. Whereas for Cardiff, it's weighing heavily upon them. So they've got to find that fizz that got them that bonus point within 30 minutes.
A couple of changes in the front row for Cardiff Uni. That's a nice offload. Dylan Line, pressure, came through the Northampton Saints programme. And Cardiff Met have clamped on this ball, but a good offload to find Oliver Chengarle. Italy under 19. I'll tell you about his geography soon, Joe. It's a heck of a story. But here's Line, first year student, very excited about him, but conceded the penalty there, didn't release on the floor.
Holding on.
Yeah, so Oliver Chengarle, loose head prop, Italy under 19, born in Thailand, lives in Stamford, lived in Singapore for 6 years.
Air miles.
Air miles, goodness me.
Yeah.
Bet he's not flown business class as many times as you, though.
Line's yours.
Silence speaks volumes.
Says the man who's been on holiday for 3 months.
Easy jet to Tokyo. Right then, Cardiff Met. All of a sudden, they'll have 50, maybe more, in the crosshairs. What can Uni do to stop them? Van Hill's little nudge. Not the end of the world. Dare I say it, that was a little bit of pragmatic rugby.
Good comms.
Wonder what Swank makes of this. He's got Nick Fish to his right as well. They coach together at Aberafon in Super Rugby Cymru, but Nick Fish, former Cardiff Met coach as well. Across the divide. Line goes long, oh, it's a bit scrappy, but come out their way. So both teams rolling the dice early, and the new impetus from the Met forwards making a big difference here. It's a nice ball from McHugh and Peters. Little check inside from Thomas. He's dumped to the ground. Big clear out comes into. And Cardiff Uni just getting trapped behind the gain line here, but it's quick ball. And now some space perhaps. A good step. Decent offload as well. Ollie Das. Oh, Ollie Das. Legs get swept from under him. And he's knocked the ball onto.
Van Hilst does it all, doesn't he? Just throwing himself into the tackles. A little terrier in the contact. There he is. Hit on Ollie Sterling, the number 8. Gets up. I want more. Chops down Ollie Das.
And the crowd sing his name. Listen to this.
Okay.
Deservedly
Right,
so.
I'm stealing your notes here, but apparently he loves a bus trip.
Yeah, it says it's his favourite thing about playing for the Archers, making friends on the bus. I have to ask him about that.
Who doesn't love a bus trip on a Wednesday?
Met have made a change on the dingling. Dylan Scott's been taken off. Now, I understand that rugby's changed a great deal and it's not the same game that it was when you or I were playing, but that was a punishable offence called hat-trick avoidance many moons ago.
Well, it's my understanding that the laws haven't changed.
Tom Weekly is going on, a Glan Taff boy, so he knows this ground very well. So much of the Welsh colleges rugby is played here on a Thursday night. Wales under 18 as well. An opportunity for him to
I know you're the new prop coming
come
on.
into the cauldron, but in a brilliant position at 40 points to 28.
Not chasing his feet. Let's get strong, yeah. Time on.
Josh Twigg back in the game after a bit of medical attention. About to go eyeball to eyeball with Max Surrey, who has been awesome in the open. Will Pearce on the loose head side now for Cardiff Met as well.
Crouch! Bye!
And interestingly, they've got Gus Patterson packing down on the blindside flank, and this time it's Met who concede the free kick. The scrum just hasn't worked tonight for either team, really. Oh, beautiful spiral kick. Put that in the highlights reel. Vikas Meyer. Great nudge. Great clearance kick. Good chase from Jack Walsh. Got any score updates for us, Burnsy?
I am rifling
Oh, are you? Okay.
through Instagram. People aren't quite as good as they've been in previous seasons. I've got to say that Exeter's has dropped off. No score updates.
What's how is the EU RFC flair been so far this season? Because of course that'll be under new administration.
Subdued.
Okay.
Subdued, but I'm sure they'll ramp up.
When they start winning, watch out. Good work by Met to intercept that. Oh, it's pinballing around all over the place, and once again comes back Cardiff's way, and Finn Charles returns that ball to Met, who will return it with interest. Another brilliant carry through Charlie Brook. Super physical.
Release!
And that is a collision one for the men in red. They've been few and far between. You can see Arthur Moore getting stuck in for Met.
Leave!
Van Hilst. Will Pearce. 15 minutes of the second half gone. Couple of tries for Cardiff Met. Getting Cannon going sniping.
No ruck, play on. No ruck.
Here's a big old frame to try and get through those holes. Here's Marsh. Sending that towards the corner. Gets the bounce that he wants. Beautiful. Isaac Marsh nursing Cardiff Met into the Uni 22. And there's been a switch up, hasn't there, Burnsy, where they're just playing
Come on,
smart
last
rugby
one.
now,
I see
playing
space.
territory.
I see good balance. I didn't see a reason for you to pull out. I didn't see that, that's why I give it a free kick, okay?
Score update from the East Midlands, Burnsy.
Talk, speak of the next
Loughborough 33-22.
Against Hartbury, in front of a big crowd there in the East Midlands. Yeah, they always play it on campus. I wonder if they might one day decide to maybe play at Northampton Saints or Leicester Tigers or somewhere different. Ollie Sterling does well.
Massive D from Met again. This is what the comeback's been built upon.
Finn Charles.
Use!
Watch out for Cousins, trying to put some pressure on this. Oh, and he gets a touch as well. He's unlucky there, Ryan Cousins. Canada under 20. Yeah, have a look at this nudge. Beauty.
Was the spiral intended? That's what I'd like to ask him.
Always.
Always.
Always trust the spiral.
I'd love to see the spiral brought back into rotation a little more. Oh, off he goes.
Maxime Van Hilst is off. Well, your thoughts on the 56 minutes we've seen him, Joe?
MVH, potential MVP. I mean, what an absolute spark plug to have at the base there. He's just changed the complexion in the way that he's challenged Cardiff around the fringes, the tap and goes. He's got them on the back foot, really zippy. Love that kind of scrum half, and he's had a massive impact, and he's well in contention for that player of the match, isn't he?
Oh, 56 big minutes for MVH. We've got Sean Davis coming on, a bit more pragmatic, and with a 12-point lead, 20 minutes to go. Box kicker. He can put Met in some good positions and make this potential comeback for Cardiff University incredibly difficult. Oh, they pinched that line out as well. Everything going Met's way now. It has been a massive, massive momentum change. How important was that Dylan Scott interception just before half-time? If you're just joining us, welcome. Cardiff Uni were 28-14 up in this game, completely in charge. Cardiff Met are down to 14.
13, stop!
Doesn't feel like it though, does it?
And they have been since...
Out! Met out! Out!
Before 20 minutes through the first half.
Well, it's interesting because they got the red card early. Yeah, it's an offside there. They got the red card early last week against Exeter as well, and that sparked them into life, and they could have got something from that game. They ended up losing it 36-32, picked up the 2 bonus points, which, to be fair, regardless, is a great result down at Exeter. Not many go down there and get more than 2 points. The one that stuck out for me, though, Bath put in 54 on Hartbury, at Hartbury, but first game of the season.
Did you see the team?
Yes.
The Bath team, like rock stars left and right. Austin Emmons was starting on the wing. He played probably 10 Premiership matches for Bath last year. Kepu Tuipulotu is on the bench as well this evening. They've got an all-star class this season.
It's been knocked on. Do you remember when you said that it was 12-3 to Swansea? We've got an update.
Yet to be confirmed, but early reports are that it's 41-12 to Swansea, full-time score.
No, 41-12 to Exeter. 38 unanswered points. Well, that's gone out on the full. Nothing going Cardiff's way here. They've got 20 minutes to either turn this one around, or to get another 7 points that would give them the second bonus point, but they will currently feel like they have been kicked in the guts. But it's a tough school, BUCS Super Rugby. It is relentless and it is unforgiving. Arthur Moore going up in the line out, the Moore moving forward for Met.
To ground! Met to ground!
Up over halfway.
Is it use it? Is it available? Okay, let's use!
There is Sean Davis, puts that up, and it's going to be a challenge coming.
Played in front.
Oh, it's a penalty. Oh, so Cardiff knocked the ball on under the challenge, and then it's a Cardiff player who grabs it. Oh, Burnsy, tell them what we've just heard.
Wow. Last minute score at the death from Nottingham to defeat Durham at Hollow Drift.
So Durham go 0 for 2, both late ones, both tiny score lines as well. 27-24. They lost to Beckett at Beckett last week.
I think that's the first time that Nottingham have ever beaten Durham at Hollow Drift.
Yeah.
Don't know if you recall, but they drew last season.
Yes.
With a last-minute try, missing the conversion.
Now this is a big kick for BUCS Mayor because it would put Cardiff Met 3 scores ahead. He's getting a little bit of stick from those Cardiff Uni fans behind him. But he does not let that affect that pure right boot. 43-28. It's a 3-score game with 20 minutes to go. And the Archers look a different team.
It's been an emotionally crushing turnaround for Cardiff. I mean, what a characterful display from Cardiff Met. Whatever the outcome, that's going to be the thing that Ian Gardner's most proud of, and that's going to be the element of this match that they're going to speak of. It's what they're going to feed off in the weeks to come, and conversely, Cardiff are really going to have to drag their socks up. That's if they don't find a way to come back.
Love that from Sterling, loitering in the deep, old school number 8 play. 29 unanswered points now for Cardiff Met, from 28-14 down to 43-28 up. Another nudge into no man's land, needs a bounce. Oh, gets it as well. Well taken, plenty of Met bodies around, just one Cardiff body around, and they're sniffing around the 22 for the first time in what seems like forever. Finn Charles. Update from Bath as well. They're 28-14 up on Leeds Beckett, so they've got the try bonus point secured. Campbell into the 22. Good carry. Not quite got that quick, snappy ball that they have, but that's a nice little draw out the back. Bit too lateral though. Jack Walsh searching for a turnover that's not really there. Right, Ollie Close is on, wearing number 19, former Scarlets. In fact, he played for Scarlets in a game where former BSR winner Charlie Titcombe captained. Of course, Tits has made his way up to Leicester Tigers now, featured in the Prem Cup games. Bath have got another try, Burnsy. They're going to be a problem this year, aren't they?
Yeah, I think that everyone is looking at them as the side to beat. If you look at, well, I mean, it's the quarter-final that they couldn't believe they lost, and inspired Cardiff Met dumped them out. But such a rich team at their side were freshers.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, they're unbelievable freshers with big reputations. How much access they'll get to them this year is going to be interesting, and how they balance that. But the depth that Bath are building is absolutely ridiculous.
It'll be really interesting to see what they look like Prem Cup time, Six Nations under-20s time. But either way,
but that's something that everyone's got to manage. All these teams have got to manage. Every team loses players to academies at various stages of the season and 20s. And we say it year on year, BUCS Super Rugby is the ultimate examination of depth. It's very, very rare that a side makes the final not having utilised, you know, around about 50 players to get there.
Well, I remember a couple of years ago when Bath had a terrible season and ended up missing out on the playoffs. They used 9 hookers in a season. Right then, opportunity here on a penalty advantage for Cardiff Uni. Not had a sniff in the second half yet. Is this the time? There's a bit of space here, and it's dropped on the boot. A beautiful kick, doesn't get the bounce, and it's well covered.
Back to the penalty.
Cardiff will argue that Ellis Bird was interfered with. He's still down. Tommy Booth loves to drop one on the toe, doesn't he?
He does. You do. I mean, there's a lovely kick, and Yak created the opportunity for the two players to converge upon the ball. Sort of do feel though they've got this extra man. Like, are they utilising it as well as they could be? You know, can they build a few more phases and leave net short, and especially from the launch play to be putting the kick in? I wonder.
Yeah. Went to his knee.
Well, you were talking about the talent, of course. Plenty kicking on. Plenty have played in this game. Most recently, Josh Carrington. We've already spoken about him. He's here tonight. Told he's on best behaviour.
Go!
Sure, Geoff Watts will be watching as well. The man who signed him for Bristol Bears. Geoff Watts is always watching, actually. I know that. Right, what have Cardiff Uni got here? Could a try spark them back into life? They need 3 scores. At least 2 of those have to be meat pies. And you feel as though they have to come away with something from this visit into the 22. Finn Charles finds a try scorer, Josh Twigg. Will he get another opportunity for that Archer's celebration? It's a good ping out to the right-hand side, a good carry as well, but Met sniffing around the offload, sort of sniffing around the turnover. Another great example of line speed. Ball's been ripped as well. And now we're going to have a foot race. Plenty of Cardiff players back, but some of the speed coming from Met at this stage of the game, massive. Oh, the chase is good. Jack Walsh is there, and Sean Davis, the replacement scrum half. The ball is out, the opportunity comes to nothing, and there is an intensity about this Cardiff Met side that we didn't see for 40 minutes.
That's yours.
Alex Wakefield on a tight head now for Cardiff Met. Last season got his blazer for 25 appearances. Tell you what, they do well to get one round his chest. What about this for a chase?
I mean, you talk about Azar gets put in the Met panini machine there, doesn't he?
What would you put in a Cardiff Met panini?
I don't know where you're going with that question.
Well, that's why I asked it. I'm not sure either. So players starting to drop here. There's a Cardiff are a back down here in the backfield. Good line-out ball. That's an area that's gone slightly skew for Cardiff Uni. Leo Mullis on hooker. Another one who played Welsh Prem most of last season at England and South West under-20. James Keon wearing 23 for Cardiff Uni. Confident first touch for him. Take under the high ball. And another kick. This time giving the ball away. All of those 50-50 breaks that Cardiff Uni were getting now, Cardiff Met are making look easy. And then confidently throwing that about, suggestion of a forward pass, but Walsh spins out of the tackle and goes away. Walsh chases his own kick. This will be world class from Walsh. Oh, Jack Walsh. A sticky mitt away from one of the great BUCS Super Rugby tries.
Oh, Walshy. Oh, Walshy, that was almost wizardly.
Scrum.
Oh man, that had it all, didn't it? And almost the miracle take as he lost it behind his back.
The first contact was massive. I mean, he spins out, but then to generate the power to win the next collision. Watch this.
Full extension on the take, pirouette, burst off the heels, deft little dink.
Oh, Jabba.
Oh, agonising.
Crouch.
We were millimetres from limbs.
Bind.
But it's a try that would have buried Cardiff Uni instead.
Hold. Keep it up.
There's still
Keep
hope. But as always, it's the hope that kills you. And Met turning it on at scrum time. This needs to get out. Oh, and it does. Ollie Sterling does well, but now he's going sideways. Oh, Ollie Sterling. Yes, please. Then Finn Charles whips it across the try line. Someone's got to kick this, or have they? There is a fearless freedom about this Cardiff Uni team, and it's going to keep us on the edge of our seats all season, but there are going to be times where it's going to be their undoing. The Met have got it back. They're a converted try from 50. And look at players champing at the bit. Leo Mullis, they're desperate to get his hands on the ball. Penalty advantage coming for Cardiff. Queuing up on the right-hand side again. Another chance to execute one of these well-worked backs moves. Right, that's a final warning for Cardiff Uni. Ellis Payne is on. Wales under 19 from Tumble, from the Gwendryth Valley. A lot of great players come from there. Carwyn James, Jiffy, Hugh Gustafson.
Houdini Gustafson.
Houdini. First 3 points of Ellis Payne's season, and Cardiff Met not taking anything for granted, keeping the scoreboard ticking over, taking an additional bonus point further and further away from Cardiff University, who are now 40 minutes without scoring. Oh, Met have won the restart back too. Gethin Cannon.
Still going at it.
Yeah, he's not hurt anyone for about 10 minutes. Oh, little snipe from Sean Davis. And Sean Davis has got open grass to gallop into. James Key brings him down. But 50 points now seems inevitable. 10 minutes to go. Good picture painted by Sterling, but no turnover given. Lovely snipe from Sean Davis, picking up where Van Hilst left off. Again, well-timed ball, but what a shot. Running down a red jersey cul-de-sac, and that's been turned over. Ollie close.
Leave it night, leave it night.
But back in the grasp of the Archers. Will Pearce into the pocket, and probably the worst drop goal attempt we'll see all season.
Red, feet, stop, night, back.
Lovely spiral. Cardiff Uni look out on their feet, and Met look to take full advantage.
Well, hits still coming in from Finn Charles, but you're right, they look ragged now, don't they, Cardiff? And this feels like a long 10 minutes for them.
And there is the yellow card, the one that feels as though it's been coming for about 40 minutes. It's Dylan Line, the unlucky recipient, and it will end 14 on 14. 21 minutes, Gareth Davis was shown the red card. The response has been, remarkable.
The fact that we have mentioned the red card so infrequently since then speaks volumes of the way that Cardiff Met have reacted, because it hasn't been a look how well they're doing down to 14. They have just been utterly supreme from 14-28 down. Yes, the intercept from Dylan Scott was key. Yes, it was opportunistic, but you make your own luck, and the timing of that as well for Met to score on the brink of half-time, that I think that just dealt a psychological fatal blow to Cardiff, who played so well, but then headed to half-time, look at the scoreboard thinking, how are we only leading by a pair of points? And Met just built and built upon that. And I wouldn't like to be Gareth Davis tonight at the club social, but I think he's going to be mightily well relieved and thankful to his team for the way that they have made it look like they've had 16 on the field, if we're being honest.
Some Cardiff Met pragmatism here. Payne, paintbrush of a left boot. He's 2 from 2 from the tee. Quite like that as a play. Look, you're home and hose now. You've got 10 minutes to go. Why risk anything? Just get your points, get the ball back, and continue to build. 49-28. Look, I don't want an announcement from you yet, Joe, but let's start talking about potential nominees for the player of the match. Who's impressed you tonight from both sides? Let's start with Cardiff Uni.
The nominees. I mean, look, as far as Cardiff are concerned, you're kind of judging it on that first 30-35 minutes where there were some unbelievable showings. Finn Charles, he's been prominent, he's been in the thick of everything good that Cardiff have done. There he is, first to the loose, bounce of the ball. There's another injury there, and that looks like it might be a nasty one.
Well, it's Ellis Bird, and I'm hoping that it's a little bit of cup final cramp, because it's a fast surface out here, and the game's been played at 100 miles an hour. So yeah, Finn Charles.
Yeah, Josh Twigg looked good, got his try, of course. I think the back row was impressive as well. Rob Nixon, Billy Moxey, Ollie Sterling, all doing their bits as well. There's a nice balance. You've got the sort of big bopper, Ollie Sterling, who goes around hurting people. Billy Moxey's as busy as 7 as you'll see. And then Rob Nixon's real nuts and bolts, gets through the unglamorous down and dirty stuff. So there's things to build upon there, and if the rest of the team could have built around those performances, then they would have been flying. But then you look at, well, you go to Met, and you know all the names, all 23 who have been named tonight are going to be their heroes. I mean, where do you start? Dylan Scott, 2 tries. Vikas Meyer, not at his best, but he's done some nice things. I got to say, the front row, the props, unbelievable. Like their industry, Harry Silman, Max Surrey, and then the likes of Pierce Wakefield, who've come on. They've then taken on the mantle, and then you got Alfie Blackett throwing shots in the first half, and then Maxime Van Hils, the spark plug, and Gethin Cannon, the bone cruncher. So look, a lot of big performances.
Well, you've got a couple of minutes to make up your mind. Maybe something will happen that'll make it for sure. Is there another score here? Is there something for Cardiff Uni to cling on to? It's been a largely miserable second 40 for them. Cardiff Met have just exploded. Yeah, both props scored brilliant tries. Both Silman and Surrey.
Yeah, like their tries, but just general carrying.
Yeah.
Like number of touches, number of impacts. Their D as well has been as eye-catching as Cannon and Blackett as well.
And trusting the props to deliver those little pullbacks as well. Because you've carried so well, you're scaring defenders. They don't know if you're going to carry. They fly up, all of a sudden you pull it out the back, and that means you can create space for people like Toby Clinch, who went in for that excellent score where they could not lay a glove on him.
Hold it!
So Mark Fensom of Camberley up the Squirrels. He's on at 9. Finn Charles not going to finish the game. It's a dummy, but a run into traffic, and it's ripped by Gus Patterson. Lloyd McEwen-Peters, wish him all the best when he plays for Wales Rugby League in a few weeks' time. Oh, what a shot! Chengali, the Italian, eats one off a Met shoulder. As the Archers Ultras are having a wonderful time here at the Arms Park, and who can blame them? It did not look like it was going to go this way just less than an hour ago. McEwen-Peters has got Charlie Brook outside, and James Key steps inside. He's dealt with by Walsh. A massive frame, Walsh, isn't he? Huge guy to be on the wing. Cardiff Uni off their feet, out of ideas, and and the full-time whistle can't come soon enough. Come on then, Burnsy, 4 minutes to go. You've got to interview him. We've got to line it up. Who is your BUCS Super Rugby player of the match? Don't look at me like that.
It's a decision I really don't want to make. It's a forward or it's one back. And, oh gosh. Where'd you look? We'll do it after this play.
Just trying to ask Di Young who his player of the match should be. Naturally, he said the tight end. At the short side we go. Jack Walsh galloping into space. He wants to chase his own kick again. There's a melee of legs, but it's going to bounce up and be brilliant for Gus Patterson. Cardiff Met raise the bat for 50 points. The Archers in ecstasy. And a statement is made. What a brilliant score, what a brilliant night for the Cardiff Met Archers. And it's Gus Patterson who adds the finishing touch. Watch this, Jack Walsh drops it on the toe again. Everyone tripping over each other, and Gus Patterson sneaks in.
He has got a lovely wedge at the end of that right peg, hasn't he? Jack Walsh just pops off the face of the club.
Well, Ellis Payne has not looked like missing, has he? It is 56 points to 28. It is double the scoreline for Cardiff Met. Right, Burnsy, you need to go, but before you do, I need a name. Who is the BUCS Super Rugby player of the match?
Right, I've agonised over this. There was a big part of me that wanted to name Maxime Van Hilst as the player of the match. That spark that he gave at the base, setting up the try. But it has to be number 4, Gethin Cannon.
What a night, what a comeback, what a game, what an occasion. But the honours belong to the Archers. And that'll be a mix of ecstasy and relief. They trailed 28-14, they were down to 14. Cardiff were in control, winning collisions, setting the tempo, scoring the tries, lighting up the Arms Park. But Dylan Scott, just before half-time, the interception that gave Cardiff Met hope, his brace that took it from 28-14 to 28-26. Then just after half-time, Harry Silman exploded. He didn't want to be outdone by his front row buddy Max Surrey. From then on, it was one-way traffic. Cardiff Uni, under-resourced by comparison, but certainly not under-resourced in terms of quality, heart and spirit. They leave the Arms Park with just one bonus point, but something to build on. Great news, everyone. We get to do this again later in the year, and Cardiff Met have laid down a marker. Tell you what, if they can stop getting red cards, they're going to be a problem for anybody in this league. Right then, try lights. Every single try of this brilliant game. Strap in, because we had some absolute screamers. The first was Finn Charles, who was at the heart of everything. He's going to be so important for Cardiff this season. 70-odd minutes from him, largely on the bench because of George McDonald last season, but look at the way he gets the tempo, look at the way they get the gain line. Nixon, Moxie and Sterling were so good, and then one defender, in fact it is the eventual man of the match, Gethin Cannon. Thought he was stopped, but his buddy Isaac Butt came, added some weight along with Ellis Bird, and that was the perfect start for Cardiff University. The extras were added. That was 7-0, and we thought, hello, could we be onto something here? This was Charlie Ward, the former Bath Academy man, sneaking in. We thought we were going back for the penalty, but look at the leg drive here. He's practically done that on his own. Craig Evans with a great spot there. And then BUCS added the extras. It was 7-7. Cardiff Uni furious to let them back in. Now, they just had one disallowed, Ellis Bird, but Josh Twigg peeled around the corner, again with a huge amount of work to do, but burrowed his way through, burrowed his way under to give Cardiff the lead again. Did the Archers celebration, which is ballsy, but we love him for it. And some great vision here from Rob Nixon, captain of the team this year, vastly experienced, just a second-year student, but he's been around the block, played Premiership rugby for Gloucester, and there was no stopping him from there. Now, watch this. Tight head Max Surrey off a beautifully timed ball from the Dutchman Maxime van Hilst, who set the tempo again. One lazy marker, little step, and bang! Max Surrey straight through Ellis Bird. By the time he's talking about that in the clubhouse, it'll have been from 40 metres. And then an offload to Josh Twigg. Just keeping the hands free, gorgeous step and lovely hands. Cardiff Uni playing heads-up rugby. Plenty of numbers out there, helped on by McHugh and Peters, and then Ollie Sterling brings up the bonus point after just half an hour. And with Cardiff Met down to 14, the red card shown to Kenneth Davis, the open side, you wondered if this was the night where Cardiff Uni pulled away big time. Well, one of the reasons they didn't do that is because of Dylan Scott. Look at the number 11 here, just working hard. He'll come into your shot now in the scrum cap, just desperate to get his hands on the ball. Could have gone here. Instead, Van Hilst had a little go, but he gets back into position, helped out by Manassi Ataba, and nobody marking the blind side for Cardiff Uni. That was his first. That brought them back to within 2 scores. But then this was perhaps the clinical moment. Cardiff Uni get the ball back. They've worked these positions so well, but a flat pass. Tommy Booth didn't look up. Dylan Scott did, and he raced home. Great finish by the Wales under-19 international. Under the poles. And then at half-time, it was 26-28. Josh Twigg scored so quickly, we didn't even get it on camera. And then a really well-worked move. Massive carry from Will Owen. Van Hilst gets there quickly. Max Surrey, absolutely outstanding. He must have been in the conversation for man of the match. Then a little peel back there. BUCS Meyer puts in Toby Clinch. And at this point, Cardiff Met were purring. And Cardiff Uni helpless to stop them. Great nudge from BUCS Meyer. This is when they started to be pragmatic. They were scoring tries, but they were taking opportunities. They kicked 9 points from penalties in the end. But this was a great way to finish things off. Jack Walsh had been outstanding all night. Little hitch kick out. Thought he could chase his own kick, but such was the confidence. Look at the support lines. It could have been Mullis, but it was Gus Patterson. And that's how it all ends. The Cardiff Met side still full. The Cardiff Uni side, other than the club members, now empty as they all peel into the capital city, ready for a big and well-deserved night out. It finishes Cardiff Met 56, Cardiff Uni 28. It seems a long way away. We're going to hear from Burnsy soon. He's going to get himself some interviews and have some banter. But now we're going to think about BUCS Big Wednesday, the massive climax of the BSR and other sports seasons.
Here we go, it's a dangerous show. Leave it all on the floor, let's roll. History's made by the bold and the brave, and the chances you take, let's roll. Everybody stand up, come together. Now it's time to let the whole world know. Here we come, rapping ready to run till the battle is won, let's go. Stomp your feet, shake the stands, make some noise, this is your chance. Bring the drum, get up and dance, this is your moment. Clap your hands, clap
BUCS Big Wednesday coming back to you bigger, better and buxier than ever. But could it possibly be any better than the game of rugby that we've just experienced here at the Arms Park? Cardiff met down and out in the first half, trailing by 14, trailing by a man after a first half red card. But 43 unanswered points and a crushing blow to crown themselves kings of the capital. Ian Gardner, what a game of rugby.
Yeah, and it's like, and breathe. Yeah, it was, the proverbial game of two halves, wasn't it? In fairness to Cardiff, they came out the traps really quickly. They were winning all the races, the breakdown. They were winning the collisions. We lacked accuracy. We just sort of kept in the game. And obviously when we had the red card, that sent them, it gave them even more energy. They scored again. It was 28-14, and the interception before half time was a big factor, I think. But in the change rooms, we were confident we could wrestle it back. We could wrestle the physicality. We were confident in our fitness, and that was the message. And fair play that the boys delivered in spades second half.
We sort of said that in commentary, that originally it was a boost for Cardiff, and then seemingly that red card galvanised you. And as you said, that try, that intercept right on the brink of half time, that felt like a crushing emotional blow for Cardiff. Is that something that you tried to build upon in that half-time huddle?
Yeah, absolutely. It was, as the message was, we're losing collisions, we're losing races to breakdown, we're not thinking straight. We spoke to the players that the big-time players need to step up in that second half, particularly up front, and they did that. And Max Surrey, 2 tries from tight at getting Cannon, I thought was outstanding. And as you said, they were galvanised, and they really did pick it up, and the energy was fantastic.
So right, 2 games in, 2 bonus points in defeat at Exeter, a game that you sort of had a late comeback in, another red card, maybe we'll talk about that in a moment. A resounding victory in the end here. What Cardiff Met are we seeing this season? Well, do you know yet?
Possibly need to only pick 14 players. We seem to play better with 14 than we do with 15. So, it was one of those. There's a lot of emotion in a game like this tonight, and probably Cardiff controlled that initially better, but I think a bit of experience from our key players really sort of come to the fore in the second half, and as I said, the physicality and above all else the control we scored. 2 penalties in the second half was outstanding.
Yeah, it seems like there's sort of a perennial conveyor belt in Super Rugby, isn't there? And I think Cardiff Met, by example, you lose a Josh Carrington, you get a Dylan Scott. I know that he was around last year, but kind of Carrington was the main man, wasn't he? And then suddenly Scott's the main man and he's stepping up. You lose an Ardor Yallop, and granted he plays in the second row, but you get Gethin Cannon putting a performance like that, and it's amazing how the year on year you get these lads stepping up.
Yeah, I think that's what we asked for from these players. I guess he was outstanding last week. He's been brilliant all pre-season. He's a 4th year now. He was desperate to stay on, and he worked really hard to sort of do that. And he really is sort of come into the fore as a real senior player for us. And and as you said, it is about the next generation stepping up, and we asked for that, and they delivered.
So if someone had said to you, right, 2 games into the season, you'd have 7 match points, you'd be happy with that? You take that?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I certainly would have taken it after 30 minutes today, put it that way. With when they'd scored that sort of 4th try and got a bonus point in the bag, and we played 60 minutes with 14 men, and so I certainly would have taken 7 points at that point. Yeah.
Hey, look, let's get the main man in here. So I'm going to keep you here, God. Go on in, Geth. Good on you, mate. You stand in the middle. You share that microphone with guards there. Well, congratulations, you're the player of the match.
Thank you.
It was blood and guts out there, and you were the one leading the charge in the front line. Do you know, our lollipop, you hold on to that, guys. I mean, what was it like out there? For us, it was utter brutality looking on.
In that first half, I think they really shocked us. Like, they come out the blocks firing, and we got caught behind a bit. But I think we had a chat, and we worked really hard to fight back, and especially when we went down to 14 men, I think we really switched on and worked hard as a massive unit, and we worked as a team. And we have some core values like hard work and team first, and I think we really showed that. Especially in that second half, we really worked hard. So.
Well, it was a stunning second half performance, but actually you guys turned it round from 30 minutes. So what was said in that final 10 minutes on field before the coaches got into you?
I think it was Gus led the charge, and he was just saying we need to put our heads on. We need to focus. We can't go into any little scuffles. We can't go away from a game plan. He said, let's just stick to our process. We know how we're going to play, and it'll pay off. And I think that we did that like excellently. So.
Guards, what do you make of this lad's performance tonight?
Yeah, as I said, he's been fantastic all pre-season. I can't, take my hat off to him. The amount of collisions he won tonight, both sides of the ball. He's been exceptional. He's leading from the front. He's our pack leader. And him and Gus, they live together. They're very good friends, the captains, and it does show sometimes. He's got a huge amount of respect in the squad and within the university and with the coaches. And as I said, he's a fourth year now. We do expect him to sort of step up, and he's certainly doing that for us.
Like classic with you at the helm, all we're doing is talking about forwards, him and Max Surrey. I want to touch on someone else out there, Max van Hilst, another Dutchman in the Cardiff Met ranks. He brought a hell of a lot of spark. What's it like being a forward with him behind, sort of pulling his tricks and driving the tempo?
Well, it's tough to keep up with him, but when we do, it pays off massively. Like you see Max Surrey made a couple of line breaks just because the speed Max van Hilst brings to the game is really good.
So you're telling me it's not Max Surrey's speed that was...
I don't know, he'll probably say it is, but
He definitely will.
yeah, but he's a class player, like, and he really gets our attack going. So.
Fourth year now, you've been through the many machinations of the Archers, you were on the ride last year. What's your initial feeling of this team and what they might be able to achieve this season?
Well, I think we're a really tight-knit group. Like everyone in that squad, we're all best mates, and we get on well off the pitch as well as on the pitch. And I think we're a hard-working group, so I think we really aspire to try and get to the top of the table, around that top, and probably go for that championship again from the disappointing semi-final last year. I think we want to go all the way this year. So.
It's that very well spoken and outstandingly played. Gethin, you are the player of the match. Congratulations to you guards, lads. There are some fearsome celebrations awaiting for you into the Cardiff night. So I'll let you hop off and we look forward to seeing you later on in the season. As for you guys at home, well, we call it the best league in the land. We call it nerve janglers all season long. And don't we deliver? Don't we deliver to you? If you can't fall in love with a match like that, with an occasion that is teeming with passion and atmosphere, then I don't know if you'll ever know love. D-Rog, love of my commentary live.
I know love.
You were stuck into that comms. You've seen it all before. We just heard Gethin speak outstandingly there. Really lovely to hear from him and Ian Gardner, who doesn't get sucked into hyperbole. He's been around the block, not just in BUCS Super Rugby. They can play like that for the last 50 minutes, for 80 minutes throughout the season. They're going to have anyone's number.
It's absolutely. I mean, the turnaround. We talk about character, don't we? And sometimes that sounds like, oh, you're just saying they've got character. Imagine being down to 14 points down. You've got all your mates, your entire club watching. 6,000 here, more and more thousands of that.
Millions
watching.
and millions.
The millions and millions
millions
and
at
millions
home.
and millions and millions. And then all of a sudden you're like, this was our massive thing. This is the one we were looking forward to. This is where we're going to make a statement. It's slipping through your fingers. And then people just rise to the fore. Dylan Scott. It's really easy to disappear out of a game on the left wing, isn't it? No, but he grabbed it by the scruff of the neck when it was right on the line, took a gamble, scored that second try, and then 26-28. And then you've got a loose head going in under the poles, playing 100 miles an hour after Max Surrey, the tight head, has looked like an inside centre, hitting a line off Maxime, who might end up being the find of the season, the Dutch scrum half. I am absolutely breathless. What I do know is, as I've wandered down here, as I've ambled down, I've had loads of messages off former BUCS Super Rugby players, rugby fans, people who've watched it, and the one thing that they've all said is that physicality was absolutely unbelievable. Watching Geth Cannon there, I can't believe he's not actually 8 foot tall and 200 kilos, because he
Do you feel up close you could take him?
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
You
You do.
I'll let you get all these messages from people about rugby. The only message I've got is my missus telling me that the fire alarm's beeping at home. So I'm glad that everyone looks to you as an oracle of Super Rugby. Look, got to have a word on Cardiff before we wrap things up.
Amazing, absolutely brilliant. They'll be gutted and they'll feel as though that slipped through their fingers. But you talk about Cardiff Met, if they can put the final 50 minutes together, if Cardiff Uni can make that 30 minutes, maybe 50 minutes, then 60, then 70, then 80, then they can be a match for anyone. And as they tend to do throughout the season, they will take some scalps, but if you watch them tonight, that won't be a surprise to anyone. They were fantastic.
And the good news is, everybody, is we get to do it all again, because the Clash happens but twice a year, and next time we're at the Arms Park we'll be wishing you Merry Clashmas, because it'll be the one just before Christmas, and that's the one that Cardiff won last time. That's the one where you truly get crowned King and Queen of the capital. But as it stands, round 1 of WBSR, round 2 of MBSR, it is double derby delight for the Archers. They are right on target at the Clash once more, and they're the kings and queens of the Welsh capital. We're on the stream next time. I think it's just you, isn't it? Where are you, Dave?
Brunell.
Brunel. We're welcoming a new team to Super Rugby, so the first time ever that we're not going to be travelling out of the capital, or you're not, to commentate. So it's one not to be missed. They're going to want to put on a show for their first bout, especially on the stream, and they're here to ruffle some feathers as well. Guys, if you didn't live for Wednesdays already, you do now. Welcome to the club. BUCS Super Rugby, best leagues in the land. We'll see you next time.
I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Taking my time on my ride. I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride.